Welcome back to Talk Tickers. We do the earnings call deep dives. You don't have to. Today we're looking at IMAX.
IMAX.
Their fourth quarter and full year 2024 results.
Yeah.
And a
Declan.
lot to unpack.
It's a lot.
So,
We should probably start by saying that
yeah.
their 2024 performance might look a little underwhelming at first glance.
Yeah, I saw the headlines and I was like,
Right.
what's going on? Is the giant screen losing its luster?
Yeah, especially with all the headwinds they faced last year.
Right.
You know, we had the strikes in Hollywood and
Yeah.
China's box office was a little soft.
But then they dropped this earnings call. And suddenly it's like, wait a minute.
Hold on.
IMAX is back.
Back in a big way.
So,
They still managed to pull in $352 million in revenue
okay,
for the full year,
not bad.
which is respectable.
Yeah.
And what's even more important is they installed 146 new IMAX systems globally,
That's huge.
which shows their commitment to growth.
So let's break down the 2024 performance. What were some of the big highlights?
Well, one of the bright spots was their content solutions revenue,
Okay.
which basically includes their box office revenue and those special events they've been doing.
Right.
That segment grew 34% year over year.
34%.
Yeah.
What drove that?
I think it was a bunch of things.
Okay.
They had a record-breaking Thanksgiving weekend thanks to some smart programming choices.
Okay.
Think Gladiator 2, Wicked, Moana 2,
Oh, wow.
all playing in IMAX.
Okay, so they're not just relying on new releases. They're also finding ways to re-energize those classic titles
Right.
with the IMAX treatment.
Yeah, they re-released Interstellar last year,
Oh,
and people went crazy for it.
yeah.
So that savvy programming combined with their response to the Hollywood strikes,
Right.
they focused on alternative content
Yeah.
like live events, documentaries,
Fair.
really helped them weather the storm.
Makes sense,
Yeah.
but we can't talk about IMAX without talking about
The elephant in the room.
China. What happened there?
Yeah, their performance there in 2024 was,
Strange.
yeah, definitely a head scratcher.
Did Chinese audiences just decide they don't like giant screens anymore?
No, it wasn't a lack of demand for IMAX.
Okay.
It was the types of films being produced in China in 2024.
Oh,
They weren't the big, visually spectacular blockbusters
okay.
that usually draw audiences to the IMAX experience.
So it was a content problem,
Exactly.
not an IMAX problem.
And the proof is in the pudding.
Okay.
Look at their Chinese New Year results for 2025.
They crushed it.
They absolutely crushed their previous Chinese New Year box office record.
Over $120 million.
That in just the first 2 months of the year.
And remind me, what was their total box office for all of 2024 in China?
Less than $200 million.
So they blew that out of the water.
Yeah, they're seeing a resurgence in demand.
That's great news.
Yeah, especially for their growth strategy.
So it seems like IMAX is back in China in a big way, and this isn't just like a temporary New Year's bump.
No, they are really back.
It shows how important it is for IMAX to have a strong slate of local language films.
Yeah, especially in a market like China.
Okay, so 2024 had its ups and downs,
Okay.
but IMAX managed to navigate those challenges pretty well.
Yeah, I think so.
Now let's look ahead to 2025 and beyond.
Okay.
What's coming up? What's the film slate look like?
Get ready for a nonstop parade of IMAX-worthy films.
Okay,
Captain America, Brave New World is already off to a fantastic start.
I saw that.
They grabbed 10% of the domestic box office on opening weekend.
10%.
Yeah, which is huge.
That's huge for an IMAX release.
For an IMAX release, it's massive.
And it sounds like that momentum is only going to continue.
I think so.
I mean, they've got Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning Part 2, Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, even Superman, Legacy
All hitting screens this year.
this year.
All of those films were shot with IMAX cameras.
Oh, wow.
So audiences are going to get that immersive expanded aspect ratio that truly takes advantage of those giant screens.
So we're talking about a level of cinematic immersion that you just can't get anywhere else.
You can't get it anywhere else.
And the excitement
Right.
doesn't stop there.
Doesn't stop there.
They've already got a stacked lineup for 2026 and 2027
Oh, yeah.
with titles like Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey,
Odyssey.
new Avengers and Star Wars films,
Can't forget those.
Batman 2, even Frozen 3.
Wow.
I'm already getting my tickets.
Speaking of the Odyssey,
Yeah.
IMAX actually worked directly with Christopher Nolan
Oh, wow.
to develop some brand new proprietary technology for
Perfect.
that film.
Really?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
That's how committed they are to pushing the boundaries of filmmaking technology.
Yeah, and it's not just about the big Hollywood blockbusters.
Right.
Don't forget about that massive deal they snagged with Netflix
Oh, yeah?
to showcase Greta Gerwig's Narnia films.
That deal is a game changer.
That's huge.
Even streaming giants like Netflix
Yeah.
recognize the power of IMAX
I guess so.
to elevate films and turn them into must-see events.
It really speaks volumes about the brand, the technology, the overall IMAX experience.
It really does.
Think about the global implications of that deal.
Oh, yeah.
Narnia is a globally recognized franchise.
Huge.
So IMAX is tapping into new markets and audiences worldwide.
All over the world.
They're strategically expanding their network into high-performing regions like Japan and Western Europe.
Yeah, and they're not just focusing on the big cities.
Right.
They're working with smaller, independent theaters
Oh, wow.
to bring the IMAX experience to more diverse communities.
So they're not just installing screens, they're rolling out their latest and greatest tech.
The latest and greatest.
Like IMAX with laser, which delivers even brighter images and more powerful sound.
You got it.
So it's starting to feel like IMAX is about so much more than just giant screens and popcorn.
It's more than just popcorn.
They're becoming a global entertainment powerhouse.
Yeah.
And this earnings call really gives us a glimpse into the massive potential they've unlocked.
They've unlocked something special.
This is a fascinating evolution. It is. What does all of this mean for the future of entertainment?
That's the question.
How will IMAX continue to shape the way we experience movies and live events in the years to come?
That's what we need to figure out. It's fascinating how IMAX is becoming more than just a premium movie theater experience.
Right.
They're really evolving into a global platform
Yeah.
for all sorts of events and experiences.
Okay, now you've got me intrigued. I'm picturing people doing yoga in an IMAX theater, surrounded by giant screens playing nature documentaries.
Maybe not yoga,
Yeah.
but who knows what the future holds.
Right.
But think about it. They've already dipped their toes into live events.
Yeah.
Remember that League of Legends championship they streamed in China?
Oh, yeah, they sold out. How many screens was it?
161 IMAX screens.
That's wild.
Sold out.
And their partnership with the Olympics is another great example.
Yeah.
Streaming the opening ceremony of the Paris Olympics in IMAX theater.
Oh, that's pretty epic.
That's pretty cool.
They're experimenting with all kinds of content. Yeah.
Finding really innovative ways to leverage their technology
Yeah.
and their global network of theaters.
So they're not just showing movies. They're creating events. They're partnering with streaming giants. They're innovating with technology. It's like they're becoming a one-stop shop
Yeah.
for immersive entertainment experiences.
That's a smart strategy
Yeah.
because it allows them to diversify their revenue streams
Right.
and reach a much wider audience.
It's not just about those diehard movie fans anymore.
No, not anymore.
They're attracting families, gamers, sports enthusiasts, music lovers,
Right.
anyone looking for something truly unique and unforgettable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to see a concert or a sporting event
Yeah.
on a giant screen with incredible sound?
Okay, I'm sold. I'm officially on board the IMAX revolution.
Right.
But let's talk numbers for a second.
Bro?
They're projecting over $1.2 billion
That's right.
in global box office for 2025.
Yeah.
That's a bold prediction.
Yeah.
It is bold, but I think it's achievable.
You think so?
Yeah, you have to consider the strength of their upcoming film slate and their proven track record of delivering box office hits.
And their global expansion is only going to amplify their reach.
Amplify it even more.
And they're not just relying on Hollywood blockbusters.
No.
They're investing in those local language films,
Yeah,
which are proving to be a major growth driver.
especially in markets like China and Japan.
Don't forget the power of the Avatar franchise, too.
Oh, yeah.
Avatar and Avatar, The Way of Water, were massive successes for IMAX.
Huge.
And Avatar 3 is coming out this year.
It's coming out.
And it's poised to be another global phenomenon.
Global phenomena.
Okay, so they've got the content, the technology, the global reach.
It sounds like they're firing on all cylinders.
What's really fascinating to me is they're not just focused on growing their revenue.
Right.
They are laser focused on improving profitability.
Yeah.
They're projecting an adjusted EBITDA margin
At least 40%.
of at least 40% for 2025.
Yeah.
That's a significant jump from their 39% margin in 2024.
It is.
So it seems like they're getting much better at managing costs and maximizing their returns.
Yeah, they're finding ways to streamline their operations,
Okay.
leverage their scale,
Yeah.
control costs, all of which are crucial
Right.
for long-term success.
So what does this all mean for investors? What's the takeaway here?
I think this earnings call paints a picture of a company on the rise,
Yeah.
a company with a clear vision for the future
Yeah.
and a proven ability to execute its strategy.
They are not afraid to take risks.
Oh,
They are constantly innovating,
yeah.
and they are laser focused on delivering value to their shareholders.
It's pretty safe to say that IMAX is a company worth watching.
Absolutely. And on that note, I think it's time for our This Is Not Financial Advice segment. Are you ready for this?
Oh, yeah. It wouldn't be a Talk Tickers deep dive without some wild speculation.
Hit me with it.
Okay. What if IMAX decides to leverage their success in China and launch their own streaming service dedicated to Chinese films and events?
Whoa. Think about it.
They've got the connections.
Yeah.
They've got the expertise in the Chinese market.
They know the market.
And let's be honest, Western audiences are increasingly hungry for diverse content.
They're looking for something different.
Imagine a platform where you could access all those incredible Chinese blockbusters
Yeah.
and live events that rarely make it to Western shores.
It's a niche market,
Yeah.
but it's a huge market.
It's a huge market.
And IMAX is perfectly positioned to tap into it.
I think so.
They could partner with Chinese studios,
Okay.
leverage their existing IMAX enhanced technology,
Right.
curate a collection of content
Yeah.
that would be irresistible.
To cinephiles
Yeah.
and casual viewers alike.
I think you're right.
We're talking kung fu epics, historical dramas, sci-fi extravaganzas, maybe even those crazy Chinese reality shows that go viral on social media.
All of it.
I'm starting to see dollar signs here. They could even offer exclusive behind-the-scenes content.
Filmmaker interviews, maybe even virtual reality experiences tied to those films.
The possibilities are endless.
And think about the potential for live events.
Oh, yeah.
They could stream concerts, sporting events, theatrical productions,
Yeah.
all in that immersive IMAX format.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm convinced this is a billion-dollar idea, so I'm going to write that down.
Write that down.
But let's be real.
Yeah.
This is all just speculation.
This is not financial advice.
But it is fun to think about the possibilities.
It is.
And who knows, maybe IMAX is already cooking something up behind the scenes?
Maybe they are.
Well, if they are, I'll be the first in line to subscribe.
I'll be right behind you.
But for now, I think we've covered just about everything from this earnings call.
I think so.
We've talked about their financial performance, their strategic partnerships,
Mm-hmm.
their global expansion, their technological innovation, and of course, their absolutely incredible lineup of upcoming films and events.
It's a really impressive lineup.
The key takeaway here is that IMAX is not a company that's content with the status quo.
They are constantly pushing the boundaries
They're constantly pushing the boundaries.
with what's possible in entertainment.
They're not just showing movies.
Right.
They're creating experiences.
And they're doing it on a global scale.
So if you're looking for a company that's poised for growth,
Yeah.
a company that's innovating, a company that's shaping the future of entertainment,
Look no further than IMAX.
keep an eye on this one, folks, because they are just getting started.
They are just getting started.
All right, so we've talked about their performance, their strategy. We even threw out a crazy idea for a streaming service.
Yeah, why not?
But let's bring it back down to earth for a second.
Okay.
What are some of the potential challenges or risks,
Oh, yeah. Every company has risks.
that IMAX might face moving forward?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think one concern is the media landscape.
Right.
It's always changing.
Always change.
Streaming services are constantly vying for our attention.
Yeah.
And it's tough to get people out of their homes
Yeah.
and into theaters.
It's so easy to stay home and binge watch the latest show.
I know.
But IMAX offers something different, right?
They do.
It's about that shared immersive experience that you can't get at home.
Yeah, and IMAX knows that.
Yeah.
That's why they're creating those premium experiences
Right.
and partnering with streaming giants.
Right, like Netflix.
Like Netflix.
Yeah.
They need to offer something special to
Yeah.
get people back into theaters.
Okay, what about competition?
Competition.
There are other premium large format theater companies out there.
Yeah.
Are they a threat to IMAX?
There's definitely competition,
Okay.
but IMAX has some advantages.
Like what?
First, they've got a reputation
For quality.
for quality and innovation.
Their brand is basically synonymous with like the best cinematic experience.
Exactly. Second, they have global reach
Yeah,
and a huge network of partners.
that's hard to beat.
It's tough to beat.
And they have that proprietary technology.
Oh, yeah.
That sets them apart.
Nobody else has it.
It's not just about the big screens.
No.
It's the whole package.
The cameras, the sound systems, the projection.
And the expertise?
Yeah, all the expertise that goes into it.
Yeah.
And they're not just relying on the hardware.
Right.
They're investing in software and content.
Okay.
Working with filmmakers to optimize their films.
For that IMAX format.
For IMAX.
So they're building a whole ecosystem.
An ecosystem.
Yeah, that makes them the leader.
The leader in large format entertainment.
Okay, so it sounds like IMAX is in a good spot to stay on top.
I think so.
Any other risks we should be thinking about?
Well, one thing is the global economy.
Oh, okay.
A recession or a slowdown could really impact people's spending.
Right.
And that could affect how many people go to the movies.
Entertainment is one of the first things to go when money is tight.
Yeah, that's true.
But IMAX has been pretty resilient in the past,
They have.
even during those economic downturns.
Yeah, their premium experience tends to attract a wealthier audience that's less sensitive to economic problems.
And they've got that diverse portfolio.
Diversified.
If one area slows down,
Yeah.
they've got others to rely on.
They've got options.
Okay, so it sounds like IMAX has some challenges,
Yeah.
but they also have the strategy, the technology, and the brand to overcome them.
Yeah, I think this earnings call shows a company that's not just adapting.
Right.
They're shaping the future
Of entertainment.
of entertainment.
Well, that's it for this Talk Tickers deep dive.
Another one in the books.
We unpacked IMAX's earnings,
We did.
explored their strategy, even dreamt up a streaming service.
Why not?
It's been fun exploring the world of giant screens and immersive experiences.
It has.
This is just our analysis.
Right.
It's not financial advice.
Of course.
Hopefully you have a better understanding of IMAX now
I think so.
and their potential.
Keep an eye on IMAX.
They're a company to watch.
They are one to watch.